What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Opinionated. 54 yards, man. And unfortunately, this year, couldn't make it a three-peat, man. We were out of the playoffs, but at least one of our teams is in. So we have your team to talk about, and also the first game of the week as well. So hopefully, y'all set that things off right, man. Hopefully, it's a great game. Roll Tide, and hopefully, y'all come out there with a dub in advance. But you know, plethora of games this weekend. One thing I will get this off before we start that I don't like about. I think the committee got everything right as far as who should be in, who should be out. Obviously, the group of five stuff. It is what it is. Can't do much about it. But put it in. The biggest controversy was in. I guess even Alabama, but put in Miami in over Notre Dame. And then Alabama was the number one seed in the SEC, which is the best conference. Like, you can't punish them for losing that game, but also at the same time they punish BYU. But like we said in the past, BYU, once they play a good team, they always typically lose. Like the better teams, not a good team, the better teams, I should say.
And Bama had already beat Georgia too, so you got to add that in as well.
Yes, at Georgia, which is probably the best win of any team in the country
this year. Yeah.
So you have that. But the thing I don't like about it is, I guess it just sucks because of the way the seeding is. Like, the hardest side of the bracket is the Oklahoma side, and it's not even close. So you got Alabama, Oklahoma, Miami, A&M, Georgia.
We wouldn't play them.
No, I'm saying that on that side of the bracket.
Got you. No, because we're going to play, if we win, we play Indiana, and then if we beat them, we play the winner of Tech.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that bottom half is hard because you got Georgia, Ohio State, Miami, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Miami, A&M.
A&M, yeah.
So that's a tough side. But the 12 teams that didn't make it are Indiana number 1, Ohio State number 2, Georgia number 3, Tech number 4, Oregon 5, Texas Tech 6, A&M 7, Oklahoma 8.
Yeah.
Bama 9.
Miami 10.
Then the two group of fives, 11 and 12, which was
Tulane and JMU.
Tulane and JMU. So those are your 12. Your first 4 top seeds have a bye, so that's going to be Oregon. Tech, Georgia, Ohio State, and Indiana. But we're going to give you the previews. They're going to be split up in a series. So we're going to start off with the Oklahoma game. Y'all are first up to bat, man. Y'all get to kick this thing off. How do you feel about it? Before we even break it down, just how do you feel about it? Where do you feel like y'all are at as a program right now? Everybody's making fun of John Mateer for falling over the dummy. Besides all that, how do you feel about this matchup? The first time y'all played, y'all said, you didn't even say you're going to win or lose. You just said, I like the matchup, and here y'all are. Y'all won the game. So now y'all beat them at Bama. Now y'all got them at home.
Yeah, we beat them twice in 14 months, right? So we kind of have their number. In both those games, we forced turnovers, scored on turnovers in both those matchups. So that kind of shows, that Brent has had things dialed up and he's prepared for this team. Obviously, I have more information in the common Oklahoma fan because, I have sources and things of that nature. But I'm excited for the game, Last time we beat them, didn't have R. Mason Thomas, who is probably at any point in time the best player on the field. Their tackles have had problems blocking defensive ends this year, and their defensive line in general has struggled with pressure. If that's simulated pressure, if that's with, actually bringing pressure, they've struggled as of late. And, they're also been pretty banged up. I think when I look, their injury report came out yesterday, and they had multiple guys that started for them against us in the first matchup out this week. A lot of them are projected to not play. They're saying Cuevas is questionable right now. He had a broken foot a couple weeks ago. Even if he does give it a go, you can't expect somebody to be anywhere close to 100%, especially playing a position like tight end where you actually have to stick your foot in the ground, run routes, like use it to block people, all that stuff. So, he kind of tore us up in the first matchup. He had a touchdown. They kind of ran some, tied in hide plays, and then they had that one where he like fell down and got up and caught a big explosive on us in that game. But I feel good, man. We're the healthiest we've been all year. Get our Mason back. Torrey's feeling good. Xavier Robinson's feeling good, and Xavier Robinson, he got banged up against Alabama this year. He hurt his knee in the game. He ended up coming back in the game, but you could tell he wasn't even anywhere near 100%. And before that Alabama game, he was really emerging, having a ton of success on the ground. Had 100 against Tennessee, had 100 against Ole Miss, and even against South Carolina, I think he had like 60, and Torrey Blaylock had like 100 against South Carolina. So he was a big part of our running game. We were running the ball well. And I think we found some success in that game. Like, I know offensively we didn't light the world up by any means, but we also didn't really have to because of the turnovers. But late in that game, especially in the second half, I thought we found some success in the middle of the field. And even against LSU with the picks John threw, I did think he sat in the pocket a lot better than he has most of the year, besides earlier on in the year. And I think a lot of his throws, it was just like him just trying to pin on the cape and press. He does have the KT tape, or the tape off his hand now. Finally, I think that shit was cursed. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ever since he put it on, his play went down tremendously. But hey, it's off now. And listen, he tripped over the dummy. It is what it is. But from my sources and my notes, he appears to be dialed. Like I said, I think the 3 weeks off was really going to be beneficial for him, not only just to heal more, but because I think his knee will be also more healthy, but just to be able to kind of reevaluate some things, not have to get into the mix immediately. And yeah, man, I like us at home. It's a good environment. It's interesting because the national media has been saying, "Oh, I think I'm picking Bama, this and that," like which they did in the first game. But I'm just like, if you look at both teams, and I thought I was listening to Jake Crane today, and he had a good point. He was like, if I had to like compare units of the teams, right? He was like, I probably would say Oklahoma and Alabama's offense are very similar right now, to where they have deficiencies, but they can both be dangerous if they can get things going. But he's like, it looks like Alabama has just like regressed as a team, and like Oklahoma is like got kind of stay this. They've regressed offensively, but defensively, it looks like they're trending upwards, especially because we didn't have our best player. And then he was like, if I have to look at overall units, Oklahoma has the best defense in the game, and that's probably the best unit in the game. And then they were also like, Oklahoma special teams are probably better than Alabama's. Our kicker is good. We do good punting the ball, things of that nature. So he's like, you take those two, and then you compare it with Alabama, where they have a defense who's getting better, an offense who's had issues, they can't run the football, and then obviously the special teams have been shaky. He was like, and then they're at home. You kind of gotta side with that. I think the national media thinks that, I don't really think these people watch the games. Like, obviously, yes, offense has struggled, but I mean, last week against LSU, Mateer threw 3 picks and he still threw for 300 yards with the 3 interceptions. So that was against not only that's not against a scrub team. Like, LSU is one of the best defenses in the country. So I don't think people watch the games. I think they just kind of look at box scores and like, oh, Oklahoma didn't score 30 points or 40 points. Like, they're not good. And Greg McElroy had a good point too today on the Oklahoma Breakdown. He was like, I don't think just because a team scores 40 points means they're good at football. He's like, I think teams that win are good at football. And he was like, just because you score 40 points, you might have a ton of deficiencies. Maybe you're giving up 35 a game, 30 a game. So if we can get to that sweet spot of 24 points, I think if we can score 24, I like our chances. That's, 3 touchdowns and a field goal. I like our chances because I think it's very hard to score on our defense. And I just really don't see teams scoring more than 3 touchdowns on our defense unless we help them out. That's turnovers, explosive plays, things of that nature. But I think it's going to be a race to 24. And then if Oklahoma can get to a place to where they're able to score 4 touchdowns or 30 points, the 3 touchdowns, 2, 3 field goals, you
Yeah.
feel really good about our chances to make a run. So yeah, man, I'm
I
excited. It should be a fun one.
I had this game winner 21 to 24 points, somewhere around there. Low scoring for sure, but I think if he hit, I'm more confident. I'm still confident in 21 rather than 24 for either team. Whoever scores that, I
Yeah,
feel like is going to be the winner. Um, at at this point, Oklahoma just has to show us, as in, I
100%.
would say even their own fans, but to be
100%.
able to put points up on the board. So I think it's gonna, as of right now, until they show us, I think it's gonna be more a defensive battle or low scoring game.
Hmm.
Um,
One with defense, hopefully get a short,
yeah,
and that's the thing. Get some short fields,
but
and you have,
that's both the
yeah.
team's strong suit.
Hmm.
Is defense and turnovers, and they have scored off more turnovers than y'all. Correct?
Yes, because they really strip the football and things of that nature.
Yeah, but
Um,
but that's their strong suit is both. Well, both y'all's is defense and scoring the ball on defense also helps in a football game. So if they're able to do that, capitalize off the mistakes, then they're in a great spot. But if they can't do that and
yeah,
it's just kind of a stalemate going back and forth, I I still it's weird to say this because I think Oklahoma's going to win the game,
it's about flipping field position too. Like
but
I
I feel like I can trust their offense a little bit more than I can trust y'all's offense just because they have at least passing the ball. They have more weapons, I would say. Running the ball, I feel like it's about the same, but I think that y'all have the upper hand in
would say we have better
explosion for
backs,
explosive run plays.
and then I think
Um,
John's better at running QB.
um, and then yeah, I was going to say that. So
Yeah,
like it's gonna be a fun game to watch because it'll be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see. I mean, y'all both have tape on each other already, and
yeah. We played like
we and
not even that long ago.
Oklahoma has gotten to see more tape over Alabama with the SEC championship and how that looked and
Hmm.
whatnot. Um, so that's good as well. But I think it's going to come down to definitely defense, and I also wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to whoever has the ball last. Like it
Yeah,
could be one of
100%,
those games.
100%.
So it'll be interesting, and we still haven't really heard anything about Todd Simpson, so I'm assuming he has the green light. He's good to go.
Yeah, he's gonna be good to go, but then until you get into that game and get hit,
And that's what I'm
we'll
saying.
see.
So like, are they gonna dial up the pass rush? Like how's that gonna come in? Are they gonna bring the house all the like? What is that looking like? Knowing that he's hurt and he is injured, so
Well,
that's
now
what
you
I'm
have
interested to see.
now you have R Mason too, and you didn't have him last game, and it's like their tackles have been a liability. I mean, I was watching the Georgia game. There was plays where they're not even blocking people. They're not even like getting their hands on guys or anything like that. Caden Proctor, you know, I think he's kind of overrated, right? Like I think he was this, highly regarded prospect, but he hasn't really lived up to those expectations. He gets kind of beat a lot. And I'm looking at the matchup and I'm like, if R Mason Thomas can impact the game, we don't even need to blitz like we did. And we didn't really even blitz like that. A lot of it was like simulated pressures and stuff like that. Like we blitzed like 46% that game. So like almost half the time. But Taylor Wine was a menace on the edge, and we didn't even have R Mason. I think this game's going to really come down to the receivers in our corners. I think they obviously have Horton, Jeremy Bernard, Ryan Williams, who had a couple catches in the first half of the SEC championship, but he's just kind of fell off a cliff this year.
It's
And I
like
don't.
I would
Yeah, go ahead.
say like uh, both of y'all's X factors are players that have the capability to be very explosive and impact the game. Theirs being Ryan Williams and y'all's being John Mateer. Like if Ryan
Shit,
Williams
and
can,
Deion Burks, I feel like too. Like if he can
I feel like
finally,
more John Mateer than Deion Burke because I
yeah,
mean he has the rock, he has the pill, he could run,
that's
he could
true.
throw.
He's got to get it to him.
So if he can
That day.
like show like if he can bring what he brought at the beginning of the season, throwing the ball and
Yeah,
running the ball, um, that's what you want to see, obviously, and that can happen. He's shown that he can
yeah,
do that. Ryan
yeah.
Williams not dropped. I mean, he's great at catching the ball when he catches the ball. Uh, Sounds weird to say. He has a great catch radius. He's fast. He's gonna blow right
And,
by you. You
and he
know,
makes people miss.
and
He
to
gets
say he's
yacked.
elusive and he makes people
Yeah,
miss. So like, but he has to catch the ball. So that's
100%.
the thing. It's like they're going away from him, or he's playing less snaps because they don't trust him to catch the ball. So if he can, cut that down, that is like an X factor for Alabama for them to win the game, and like John's like an X factor for y'all to win the game. So
See,
I
my
would
thing
say
is,
those two players are probably the X
yeah,
factors in the games for me.
no, for sure. My thing is also with Alabama is, bro. we know they can't run the ball, but they literally abandon it. Like if they like don't get any success with it, which you know, I'm I'm looking at how we played them last time. I'm looking at how other teams have played them recently, right? And they didn't have success. They just go away from it. My question is, if Ty Simpson is really not as healthy as he has been, like you got to try and lean on the run. But if we're stopping it, how we've been known to stop it, and like we've stopped it against better backs, Ahmad Hardy, just better backs, right? Like
Yep.
even Lacey from Ole Miss, like he had 70 yards, but he broke like a 30-yard touchdown in that game. Outside of that, he wasn't really gashing us like that. So
And
I
those are
look at
what
it,
probably the top three running backs in the SEC. I'd say
yeah,
Paul, Lacey, and Ahmad.
yeah, yeah, for
Ahmad
sure.
probably being number one.
Number one, yeah, and like he was tearing us up, bro. In that first drive, I was getting frustrated. But after that, bro, I mean, he had literally 2 yards in the second half, and even against Alabama in the first game, like yes, Ty Simpson threw for a lot of yards, but if you actually like look at the stats in the second half, I think they had like 91 yards or something like that. It's not like they were in the second half. It's not like they were really tearing us up then. So that's my thing. It's like, okay, are they going to abandon the run? Because how healthy is Ty Simpson? Like, yeah, like they're gonna get plays on us, especially if they drop him back as many times as they do. But you're just exposing him to so many hits, and we saw that against Georgia. Like once the run got abandoned and they just dropped him back, I think he had like 47 attempts against Georgia. Like anywhere near that 40 number against a team like Georgia or Oklahoma with the kind of pass rushers we have is just not going to be successful. And I think we have the DBs that have stepped up in games like Eli Bowen. I mean, he's had 2 picks his last 2 meetings against Alabama. One was a touchdown. The other one almost was a touchdown his freshman
Yeah.
year.
What
You
about
know
old boy transferring? Is he playing?
who?
The one that just
Kendall
got announced?
Dovey.
Yes.
Nah, he's in the portal for real, so he won't be
Okay.
playing. But I mean, he hasn't really played since the Texas game. He's kind of been just and hope he has a good career. It's kind of tough when you get hurt the way he did against Tennessee. Tough for him, but last year. But we're also getting Javante Barnes back. Like he hasn't really, and it's weird because he isn't like super dynamic, but there is a correlation. I mean, once he decided to sit on the shelf and not red shirt, John Mateer breaks his thumb and pass protect because free rusher, and Javante Barnes is one of the best pass blocking running backs we have, and like he's not super dynamic, but I mean, now he has nothing to lose. He's still going to be able to transfer, but since Oklahoma means a lot to him, it's a playoff game. He's going to play.
Yeah.
These games don't count. And look, we paid Ott this damn
I was
money.
literally about to
Like
bring him up. Like if he
like
does, if he, I was gonna say, wait, and what if the X Factor is Jaden Ott? If he goes crazy, is he forgiven?
100%. And I look at it like this. I'm like, bro, he has fresh legs. Like a running back of his caliber with fresh legs this late in the season is unheard of. So if look, he doesn't even need a ton of touches. Give him
Yeah.
5 touches, just 5 carries. If Xavier's, feeling kind of banged up or Tory, bro, just let him touch the rock, see what he does. Throw him a screen, scheme something up. He has literally nothing to lose. Obviously, this is a massive game, but he is a good talent. I mean, I'm seeing him in running back drills. He's going first. I mean, shit. The touchdown that we threw to Deion Burks on the screen against LSU, he's in the game there. So he played against LSU. Obviously, like we had backs hurt and whatnot, but he did play. So
Is this the vibe you're on?
hey, be Bama, man. I just want us to. I just know it'll just be frustrating if the offense doesn't show what it did early in the year, or even just half of that, because this team can win a national championship if the offense can just do that because of how good the defense is and what the defense has showed us, and then just the path we have. If we can win this game, I think Indiana's beatable. I think Tech and Oregon are both beatable. Like the way it lines up, we can easily get to the national championship if we take care of our business and if we click on all cylinders. Like obviously those are great football teams, but I'd much rather play Indiana than Ohio State in the second round. And most people be like, well, Indiana beat them. Yeah, they beat them, but
I mean, that
you
under's
know,
got to be like 34 points
9 times out of 10,
for that game. If y'all played,
well, right now it's 40 for our game, the Bama
I
game.
know. That's what I'm saying. If you and Indiana played, it's
I
got to
think
be
it's gonna
under
hit too.
30,
I think the over is
30,
gonna hit
34.
for this game because last game was 23-21. The
Yeah.
game last year was 24-3.
Yeah.
So we'll see, man. I think I think BV is excited. You can kind of tell he has a chip on his shoulder. Like he was talking today in the media, or the other day in the media, and was like, I've been through all the bad. He's like, I take note of it. He's like, I don't forget. And just kind of just making it been known. Like people have doubted him. People are still doubting our team. I mean, these lists are coming out. CBS put out their top 25 list of players. We have nobody on it, even though we had 10 people in the SEC. Like that doesn't make sense to me, but it is what it
Hey
is.
man,
And
these lists this year have been a little wonky, if you ask me. But hey, it is what it is.
and then Kip Lewis said it on the podcast. He was like, "We literally have the best front seven in the country. We don't have any people on these lists or all SEC. We had no defensive linemen outside of interior or outside of edge rushers. Like he was like, it's all right though. Like Kip Lewis was left off the list. He was like, it's all right though. He was like, I don't really care about the accolades. We're gonna win a natty. I was like, okay, like I like that. I
Colin
like them
Simmons
with
was
that
an
confidence.
All-American, and here we are.
Hey, that's what it'd be like. But yeah, man,
These lists are
it should be
stupid, man.
it should be a good one, bro.
It should be a good one. Before we hit this thing off, final thoughts, final predictions.
Final thoughts, man. I think John Mateer has a put on the Cape game. I think he plays well. What does playing well look like? I think it kind of looks like what he did against Tennessee, just a little heightened, right? Like against Tennessee, he had almost 260 total yards. I think if he's doing that, we're gonna have a great chance. And I mean, against LSU, he threw for 318. If he throws for 318 and throws no picks, oh, we're chilling. We're chilling. So if he can, if he has 300 total yards, that's rushing because this is a game where look, it's a playoff game. If he needs to run the rock 20 times, run the rock 20 times. Like you're gonna have 2 weeks to heal up before the Rose Bowl if you win this game. Like you gotta lay it all on the line. And then, if he can do that, we're going to go as far as he goes. And I think he knows that. And I think the team knows that. And I also think the staff has confidence in him to do that. So, yeah, I think we're also playing with house money. Listen, we weren't even projected to make the playoffs. We're 10-2. Like, obviously, I want to win the game.
That's not how you look at it, man.
But but I'm just saying, like, the national media says we have no chance. Like, they said we had no chance when we lost to Ole Miss, and we weren't going to go beat Tennessee and Alabama. Now we have no chance, even though we already beat Alabama. Look, bro, OU versus the world, baby. Like, I love it. Like, let's go. Let's ride. So when it's time to talk afterwards, I'm be like, oh, what can they say now? So we're going to, I believe in them, man. I'm excited for them. And, hopefully they make me proud, man. Just come on, man. I need a damn playoff win, bro. Like, damn.
Yeah.
So,
but also
no prediction.
No prediction.
I like the matchup. You know what I'm saying? I like the matchup. You give your prediction.
Yeah. I think it's a great matchup for y'all. Obviously, y'all showed that the first game. Y'all are at home this time, so it makes it even better. It's not an easy place to go win that unless you're Kansas State. But y'all have had 3 weeks off, and quarterback wise, it looked like it's something that was needed. For y'all and for him, and it could have been mental, it could be physically, it could be whatever. Like it just doesn't look like the John Mateer we want to know, whether I was from Washington State or the beginning of the year. So hopefully this time for him was good, and he's progressed a lot. And if that's the case, I think you'll win. Not convincingly, but I would say by 7.
Yeah, I think if he can play like he's capable of, we can win by 2 scores. Now, if he can do that, we'll see. Yeah, like 10, 14. I think that's very possible.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I think it's going to be a grudge fight, man. I think it's going to be something that it really might be who has the ball last, or who turns the ball over more. That's what this game could come down to.
Tate Sandell, baby. This is where his legacy. Against Bama and against Tennessee, his legacy was made.
So I'm gonna go with. OU wins 21-13.
Okay.
21-13, OU wins. or 17-13, somewhere
Lot-
around there.
Bet that exact score somewhere. You know, we had
Somewhere around there, 17-13, 21-13, somewhere
Hey,
around there. Alabama will win.
That's believable. You know, that's
I
believable.
mean,
You know,
Oklahoma. Sorry.
as long I would love another pick by one of the Bowen brothers. Them dudes have been going crazy lately. Hey, Cortland Guillory is due for a pick. This might be the game, man. This might be the game. He's gonna get tested. He's been tested. He's been close. He's a dog. Kip Lewis is also due for a pick. One of them are due for one. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm excited. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see these guys play. I'm excited. I know it's gonna be crazy there. I'm so mad I couldn't go, man. I literally got free tickets. Like, damn, bro.
I would have went. Oh well.
But hey, well, hopefully we get another opportunity, man. I can go see them boys this year.
Where's the game 2 at?
Rose Bowl. Yeah.
Game 3?
Game 3? I don't know.
It's not the Cotton Bowl. Cotton Bowl's out this year. I think it's Fiesta. Fiesta and Peach Bowl, Orange Bowl.
Let me see, because I don't know.
Because two weren't in last year.
Yeah. So it's gonna be.
I know Cotton Bowl.
It's gonna be the Peach Bowl. So it's gonna be Atlanta for the semis.
Hey, close.
And then
I'll make it.
Then the Natty is in Miami. So
yeah, win the games first, then we could talk about some.
Gotta win the games first. We worry about Bama. We worry about Bama, man.
Yeah,
gotta take care of business. I haven't been nervous for a game all season, you know, so I'm kind of getting nervous for this one. But you know what?
It's the playoffs. It's different. This is it. You know, you win and you advance. You lose, you're
winner
done.
go home. But hey, we've been winner go home since Tennessee. Really, since Brent Venable said since Michigan. So I was like, yeah, that's right.
Y'all beat Michigan.
I know, but he said
and
that's
then
the
y'all
mentality.
lost to Texas, so that can't be true, Brent.
We lost because guy his hand was bleeding 17 days later. But with that being said, I hope you guys like this preview of the game. We're gonna try and do more like this. We're excited about these next couple of games, which we'll get into. Real quick,
this next game's gonna be tough for me.
Real quick for the layout, because obviously it's gonna be Oklahoma, Bama, A&M, Miami, Tulane, Ole Miss, and James Madison and Oregon. There's no reason why the Miami A&M game shouldn't have been prime time at night. They should have went like this. They should have went Tulane, Ole Miss in the morning.
Yeah.
James Madison, Oregon at 2:30 because they're on the West Coast. So put them in the middle of the day.
Well, that's why it's hard, because they're on the West Coast for them.
Yeah, but put them in the middle of the day. They play at 3:30 even. They can play at 3:30. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
Miami A&M got screwed.
Yeah, that should be the night game. It's whack. Like whatever, but
Yeah.
Did you want to keep just rolling with this, or you want to just start a new one?
Start a new one. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But hey, man, I'm going for the Crimson team this weekend. You feel me?
That's fair.
I'm going for the Crimson team this weekend. Y'all decide who that is.
I know you're gonna be hate watching, bro. It's fine. I get it.
Hate watching, don't matter to me. As long as my natty prediction is right, that's all I care about.
Yeah. True.
Ohio State, Indiana. Ohio State wins.
Okay. You know mine is?
What?
Can't say.
If you can't say, then it's Oklahoma versus.
I just like the matchups.
Ohio State.
No.
You would love that, huh? Oklahoma, Ohio State, y'all won versus Ohio State in the Natty.
Oh my God, what? That man definitely would have to block me, because he'd be talking crazy not only to me but to you too. To all.
There's nothing I could say,
No, there's nothing none of us can say though. I have Georgia making it on that side.
Hey, y'all heard it here before. Two teams I'm scared to play against: Oklahoma and Georgia. Those are the two scariest teams in the college football playoff, in my opinion. That's just me.
Yeah.
Georgia's looking on all cylinders. Good luck. Oklahoma has the best defense. The offense is capable of doing some things. Good luck.
Yeah.
But with that being said, catch y'all guys on the next one.